Ken here, your Thrifty Apprentice. Happy Sunday and welcome back to the channel's version of a crafty corner. In today's video, we are going to be doing a flip through of my most recently constructed junk journal. This journal is actually a prototype of a standard theme that I want to start using with my junk journals. And this particular design is really simple and straightforward. I'm actually going to walk you guys through how to construct the actual journal. This one is 90% embellishment to make this particular journal what it is. But this prototype is what led to the idea of me constructing the first journal that I would like, try to mass market, which was this water-soluble sketchbook, which has already been released on the channel. I'll be sure to try to link it if I can remember. But the idea from this prototype is what carried over to create this particular journal. So before we do the flip through, let me show you guys really quickly, and I'm going to try to make this video short, how the journal itself is constructed, the base. So you really only need three components. You need a card base, the envelope to fit that card, as well as a signature. So I'm using here a 5x7 pre-cut card base. I came in a box of cards. You can cut down a piece of card stock or a heavyweight card stock in order to form your card. You can even use heavyweight paper to make your own envelope if you don't already have them pre-made, as I do here. Now the signature is simply regular typing paper folded in half. I think it's like 7 sheets in here. So these are all the components you really need for the journal. Now, you can do this one of two ways. You can either cut the signature down to fit the size of the envelope so that, the journal is pretty standardly uniform the way this one is. Or you can actually leave the signature the full size, and when you're binding it in, that way your cover will be a bit smaller than the actual signature, and those signature pages will protrude. So that's completely on you. So in order to construct a journal, you simply tape the envelope. You're gonna tuck your signature inside the flap. Now, this part is also on you, whether the flap goes to the front or to the back. Me personally, I like for my flap to go to the front, and then at the very back of all the signatures, you'll get the flap. Now I'll simply insert the full signature into the card, center it up if you're gonna leave your signatures long, center it up if you're gonna cut them down square, and then execute the 3-hole pamphlet stitch as I have here. The rest of this is strictly embellishment and design. That is the construction of the whole journal, straightforward. Very simple, very easy to make. You can make it from pattern paper. You can make it from your card stock, your pre-cut cards, file folders. The general idea is just to cut a card, whatever size you decide, an envelope to match, whatever size you decide, and then a set of signatures. It's that simple. So now let's get to the flip through of this one so I can go ahead and wrap this on up. This is going to be a little long because this baby is packed full of goodies. Once I got started, I just couldn't stop, which is why this is probably the first gator mouth journal I've ever truly constructed. So the front is decorated along the card front design, which is the signature design that I'm starting to use for my journals. So moving forward, I will be using that particular theme around designing all of my journals, releasing hopefully what will be a signature journal type, the card front sketchbook, card front junk journal. All right, so on the inside here, you'll see I've taken some pattern paper to make it uniform. This is the inside of the card, and this is the inside of the envelope. I formed a pocket on the front. Here we just have a journaling card tucked inside. Construction paper on the back just to give it a little bit more pizzazz. I wanted this journal to have a lot of color splash in it. I didn't do a lot of inking because I didn't want anything to look grungy or seem grungy. I wanted it to be really clean and straightforward so that the colors will really stand out and pop. On the inside page here, we have 2 tags tucked inside a pocket, both for journaling space. And that page actually opens up into a full writing page. So plenty of room to journal, take notes, write, do whatever it is you want to do there. That folds back down, and those 2 tags tuck into that pocket, and we would flip over. Flipping over, you would come to the inside of the envelope, which, as you can see here, I've covered with some pattern paper. I did want to keep it as professional looking, and when you're in the market of selling your crafting products, the details really matter. So I tried to pay attention to a lot of the details. The signatures are bound in with blue watercolor dyed paper as well as regular white paper. You can journal on it, you can sketch on it. It may take a little watercolor, but I wouldn't be, you know, too quick to use wet media on it. But I would definitely use color pencils or graphite on it without any type of issue. So inside this first little pocket here, you're going to run across your first journal. This journal, of course, has a little pocket here on the front for you to tuck stuff in if you would like to. And it's just bound with a couple of pieces of paper to give you extra writing, sketching room, right? That tucks inside that first pocket. And then we'll flip over. And in this, the pages, or should I say the embellishments, are pretty much clipped in some shape, form, or fashion so they could be moved around, used in different projects, put in different positions of the book if you chose to. So on this first page, we have a paper clip holding it down. I really love this. I made many of these to use inside the journals. And this is just a hidden paper clip, which the paper clip is hidden inside the pattern papers. And it is holding down on this side, just more writing room. Just a really beautiful flowered sheet that opens up into more writing space. To the back of that, we have our journaling card here, which happens to also serve as a bookmark. This is the medallion you see hanging out of the actual book itself. Just put an eyelet there, attach that chain and a little stone for a little pizzazz onto a Cosmopolitan magazine front journaling card. And those, again, are clipped in and held in by way of the invisible paper clip. Now, let's see if I can get this all back in here. Probably going to end up, there we go. Just trying to get all of this tucked back in, guys, so I can package this one. All right, we're going to move on. On this next page, clipped in with a blue paper clip, I just took some music paper. We have an envelope, which will be stuffed full of stickers and offcuts and pieces of pattern paper that you can use for your journaling, junk journaling, card making needs. And then just a little rose and music journaling card, again, there for more writing space. To the back of that paper clip, I actually took, this was some testing I was doing for Crayola pencils, Crayola erasables, color stick, twistables, and they had the flowers on it, and I just figured it would be a really cute bookmark. So I simply cut it down, rounded the corners, and laminated it. And that can serve as a bookmark in this project, or in another project you may want to give it to your kids to use. So you could definitely give it as a gift in a gift package. So I'm just gonna, let me get this all tucked back in. I didn't really give thought to how much time it would take me to put all this back together as I was taking it out to show you guys. All right. Next up here, we're running into another clip. That clip is holding on a top fold or bottom fold, however you want to look at it. Just a little journaling tag there with some cute papers on the inside that have been watercolor dyed and splattered. Eyelet at the top, cut in the tag shape, and it's holding on a little envelope that says you and me. Really cute. It's gonna have stickers in it. And then also there's another journaling envelope, which again is going to have all types of ephemera in it. So just some things to hold additional pieces that you can use in your journaling. And on the back of that, we're going to have another one of the journaling sheets. Okay, let's get that put back together real quick. All right. So as I was telling you guys, there's a lot of little goodies inside this journal. I just kind of went completely overboard with stuff. And I just feel like, you know, especially if I'm going to list anything, I'm going to make it worth the while. We reached the middle of the signature at this point, which you can see this book is bound with a white embroidery floss. Next, we have a little, this is some gel printing I did. Turned it into a little pocket here. Put on one of the puffy 3D stickers that I gotten from the dollar store. Made a little journaling tag that is also decorated sort of like a card front. I want to try to keep the same theme running throughout the journal. Eyelets, different things of that nature. And that tucks right inside that pocket. And you can tuck many different things in that you fold down inside that little pocket. All right, let's move on. Next, we're going to run across a journal companion. And the reason I call it a journal, because here we have pattern paper that has been formed into this little envelope. And on the inside of the envelope, you are going to get all of these little journaling tags rounded off in the front of beautiful, beautiful little flowers and things of that nature. And they'll fit into a lot of different things. So those are little journaling cards, or you can use them as tags, however you choose to. All right, let's see. Let me get these back in. And then, of course, this is a nice envelope pocket, which you could take these out and use to store other things in if you chose to. Let's see here. That goes on this page. All right, moving on, we come to a fold out. Now on the front of here, we have a little pocket, which just has a journaling page in it, more writing room, more drawing room. Just put a little stamp to match the focal image on the front. You know, just trying to tie everything throughout the journal. Some decoration here. This is another magazine front, sort of like the Cosmopolitan bookmark earlier. It folds out, and this is a card that has been attached inside. So just as embellishments and decorations, I actually used an additional card. It folds out into just this really whimsical writing area. Just something fun and different and kind of rustic. Inside you have like this little journaling tag. Look how adorable is that? And it serves as the closure for a fold down journal that's inserted inside here. So you got another top fold journal there. So as you can see, there is like so much unique writing room inside this little baby. It is ridiculous. I wanted to make sure that anybody using such or anybody designing something along these lines would have plenty of places to journal and write and create when traveling with this little type of booklet. All right, then we finally reached the flap, which you can see I've decorated with pattern paper and put the word adore on. Again, trying my best to pay attention to all the details. And then we finally come to the very back of the journal, which again, we have a pocket here. And inside this pocket is even more writing room because we have another journal tucked inside that's decorated along the card front design. And let's open it up. And you got writing room inside. And in the very top, there's a pocket which has even more writing room for you. So plenty of places to journal, plenty of places to draw, plenty of places to jot stuff down, plenty of tucks and and little pockets. So that is the flip through of the prototype for the card front travel journal. Now, as I continue to make these or make them along this line, I probably won't stuff as much in it. Hopefully this wasn't, you know, too boring. It gave you guys a few ideas that you could maybe use to carry over to your own. If you happen to be interested in this particular journal, guys, as I told you earlier, I'm no longer uploading any new things to Etsy. I am working on my own website, so eventually that will be out, hopefully in the near dear future, and you will be able to source anything that you may like on their website. So that's it. That wraps it up. This is just a straightforward journal. I really just want a straightforward video, excuse me. I really wanted to just show you what was in that journal. Hopefully it showed you some tips, some things you can do to kind of enhance your journals, or some things that you can develop on and kind of run off in a whole nother direction. And that's always my goal, to try to inspire. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Give the video a thumbs up if you like anything you saw or heard. Guys, share the video. Sharing is caring. Maybe someone else would love to see the flip through. Jump in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to attempt this, because the actual journal construction itself, as you can see, requires very, very few supplies, and it is very easy to construct and put together. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you're returning and you haven't subscribed, be sure to hit that notification bell so you'll know when new content comes out. Keep in mind, this is a art and craft channel, so 3 videos, sometimes 4 videos a week, and they will vary from art products to reviews to field tests to crafting videos. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Check the video description for all the relevant links, and remember, as I tell you at the end of every video, just keep painting and crafting.